So what I was thinking was we record it as a regular episode.
Uh-huh.
And then we put it up for early access on Patreon.
Okay.
And then if Universal announces anything and negates any of our discussion, I just reverse backwards turned it into a premium episode only and never release it.
Okay, that works. So the alcohol I poured for myself to go old school is not a waste. That's all I need to know about.
Pretend it's a premium one, but we'll release it as a regular podcast unless it's outdated within 4 days.
Okay.
It has 4 days to become outdated.
I'm concerned about what we're talking about, but I'm here for it. So let's do this thing.
Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast, episode 85. My name is Alicia Stella, and joining me as always is my co-host Ian.
Hey kids.
And today we are talking about
potentially
Open
85.
Hub.
Open Hub. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But not really. Not really.
But sort of.
But sort of. But not really.
Mead. Okay. Then it's a perfect drink that I chose.
Yes, exactly. We're gonna call this episode Hopium.
Hopium? This is hopium instead of copium. We're doing hopium.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool. I'm here for it.
I've moved past the cope and I'm into hope.
I like it.
I have belief. I have belief.
So we have long discussed the squares in the ground for those facial recognition things. So this is kind of interesting that it's actually happening. At least testing is, right?
It took a full year. It took a full year since I took those original photos when, like, the first day we were allowed to take photos in previews. Mm-hmm. And I shared it and I was like, someday, y'all, someday. And then as soon as like photos started showing up of people, like of them testing the sensors, the scanners, mm-hmm. Everyone's replying with, hey, those are those things. That's right.
It's those funny. I was texted and asked about it. And I was like, yeah, we've been talking about how there's spots for those things forever. So we kind of were waiting for this in some shape. Here's
the thing right off the bat. Let's just start with the biggest thing that while I was writing the script for this, thinking it was going to be like an 8-minute discussion, mostly like 4 minutes of me saying Open Hub, maybe we'll see. Like, yeah. and then like the second half of the video would be like, and here's a construction update. And then suddenly I realized, wait a minute, Universal updated their official website and talked about these scanners. It's public.
That's crazy. I didn't know they did that. I know that I saw the testing at Nintendo.
Yeah, that happened today? While I was editing the video, so I just inserted that too.
Was that today?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
that's
when I was editing the beginning of the video. Like while I'm editing the very beginning, I'm like, oh, well, that's easy to.
I mean, it's potentially kind of cool.
So here's the wording on the official website for what they call photo validation, which is the system they're testing. Mm-hmm. It's how they do the turnstiles now. Have you gone to a turnstile when you don't have to scan your ticket yet?
Yeah, usually Epic, I haven't had to use my ticket. It's mixed. I brought it up to one of the people at the regular parks, the original two park. I guess the original two parks is what we can call them. Legacy parks. Why not?
The northern parks?
The northern parks? The first and second park?
The grandfathered in parks?
Yeah. And they were like, they scanned my face and then asked me for the pass. And I was like, well, at Epic, they just scanned my face. They're like, yeah, we're not there yet. So that's what the answer I kind of got.
It goes back and forth. Yeah. Like right now it's one park, but it was the other park a month ago. And it's like, I don't know if they're still testing, if it's not entirely reliable. They still have to touch a button to verify because they don't trust the computers.
I will say though that the facial recognition for Express Pass is pretty consistent. Now.
Right. And those use a different type of scanner. Those are more long range, I think.
Yeah.
They see you coming from a mile away.
They do. Like by the time you get up to the line where it says stop here, they're like, you're good.
Right. And that's more what these are. The ones that the I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. Eyeballs on a stick are just, they're going to see you coming from a mile away. So here's what it says on the official photo validation page. It talks about the turnstiles, it talks about Express, it talks about lockers, and then it says effortless entry to your favorite Epic Universe worlds. And you can use photo validation for effortless entry whenever virtual line return times are being used. And it shows a picture of a portal.
Interesting.
which has never happened before.
That's never happened before.
And if you remember, when they first debuted Epic Universe in the official app, all of the different worlds had a little virtual line icon next to it. And I posted about it and I'm like, are they expecting? I was assuming Super Nintendo World would like hit capacity the first couple weeks of the park opening. And they would just have, like they did in Hollywood, like they still do in Japan sometimes, when in the morning everyone goes to Nintendo. So they give you a little return time. And they would do through the app. But it never had to do it. And that's probably because they're capping capacity at Epic Universe and they don't have pass holders clogging up the parks.
Mm-hmm.
But this got added to the website recently.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't there a year ago.
So what are your thoughts on this?
And then while I was editing the video, because that was when I was writing the script, I found that. When I was editing the video, I went, wait, let's go look at the Virtual Line official page and see if this lists anything. And it says, what experiences are using Virtual Line now? May be used for various experiences, including select attractions and entertainment, as well as world entry at Universal Epic Universe. There it is again.
Huh.
So it's already now been added to the Virtual Line page, which used to have only Hagrid's or Ministry on it.
Yeah.
At different times. Like I think briefly they used it for Mummy when it reopened too. So right now, nothing's using it, but it says they're going to use it for world entry. So here's my thought. Mm-hmm. This all came together while I was literally in the middle of making a video. It would have been so much quicker to make it if I didn't actually discover breaking news. But here's my thought. If they were to increase capacity at Epic Universe, as they said they would in the last 2 out of 3 Comcast earnings calls, they probably will have, at least sometimes, too many people in one of the worlds.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's probably Nintendo. But you never know. It could be Potter. It could be like in the morning, everyone rushes to Ministry and and they just to make sure that the line, because the line is too long and it's going all the way through the whole land, to make sure it doesn't stick out into Celestial Park, they just cut it off and you have to make a return time to even get into the land to get into line for the ride. It's a crowd management solution just in case they increase the capacity from 25,000 to 50,000 people.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case we double capacity.
Because they said in the Comcast earnings call in January that they were going to have full capacity by the end of 2026, whatever that means.
Yeah. I have thoughts and concerns. What do you think about this? I
think here's where the hope comes in. I think that most days lately, they're not selling out tickets.
Yeah.
So even raising capacity ain't going to make a difference right now, this time of year, unless you open it up to pass holders. In which case, all of a sudden, at least in the beginning, you might double the amount of people in your park because everyone is got pent up demand for a literal year since we went to previews last. After we pay our double fee to upgrade our annual pass, allegedly, then we can go into the park. And then I feel bad for any tourist who comes here to Epic Universe that first day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Maybe there'll be park reservations. Maybe there'll be blackout dates. Maybe there'll be a 2 or 4 year contract. But we all show up day one. Super Nintendo World is at capacity. They lug out these scanners. They stick them in the sockets. And then for 20, 30 minutes, you have to make a thing in the app. And then everything calms down and they take the little stickies out. Mm-hmm. No big deal. I think that's it. That's all it is. I don't think Open Hub's happening anytime near future.
Yeah. Joke's on them, though. I'm going to Darkmoor, so
Right. So it doesn't affect you in any way. But here's the thing, too. They wouldn't have these connectors in the ground at Stardust Racers if it was just a matter of portals needing to have facial recognition.
That's true.
I do think Open Hub's still on the table. I just think in the short term, and then this is what's going to happen, is they're going to be like, we're increasing capacity and we're letting in pass holders on select days, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to use Virtual Line for crowd management. And everyone's going to be like, see, you were wrong. Open Hub's not happening. And then 6 months later, they're going to unveil Open Hub. And it's like, oh, you were right, actually.
I mean, it could work as an Open Hub and that'd be fine. My thoughts are... I want them to have more capacity for, ride wise, sooner than they are actually going to have it if they're going to do this and open up capacity more.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to build a Wizarding World ride in the next 6 months.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's faster than I think it needs to happen, faster than I think it's going to happen. I mean, it could be good. We've been in Nintendo when it's been packed, or at least I think you're with me.
It always feels packed.
It's been packed. We've been in there when it's not been packed, though, too. But
it's still loud.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think it's a beautiful land and really well done, but it's very overwhelming at times. I don't know. I think it's cool. I just don't want this to. There's something about being able to freely roam the parks and just do whatever you want that I really enjoy, but I am without looking at my phone like I have to in other parks so much. But I mean, if it helps control crowds and makes things feel better, I guess it's okay. I think there's a lot of things they could do with pass holders to slowly integrate pass holders too.
Nah, just rip that Band-Aid off. Rip it off.
That's probably what they're going to do, and we're all going to end up mauling each other to get in there. It's going to be great.
Instead of confusingly slowly unrolling like reservations and weekday only or after 4 or some weird thing.
Yeah.
They have this as their backup plan. This is open the floodgates, deal with the repercussions for a few weeks of having to have these turnstile gates in the morning at Nintendo, to regulate flow of crowds. And then it levels out and, things are nice right now because it's not very busy until the summer season starts.
Yeah.
So like people will say, wow, the lines are really short at Epic Universe. And I'll go and check and it's like 65 minutes long. And I'm like, that's short. They're like, yes, that's short.
Yeah, that's short.
Yeah. When Minecart Madness is under an hour and it's like 55 minutes, that's short.
That's a miraculous day for that. Right. Truly. I mean, even Hiccups. I remember for the first couple of months, Hiccups wasn't even that bad. And then it kind of just took off. Like everyone wants to ride that ride.
Hiccups been having weird issues lately. It's been it's been like slow, like just up and down all day long, and I don't know why.
I did get to see the new chains though, and that they're slowly replacing the rope with when I was there last, which was kind of cool.
I'm excited. I should be back in a couple weeks.
Those chains look good. I'll be back in about a month.
Oh yeah, I figure it's a year since it opened. I'm gonna just pop in real quick.
Real quick, all day until close.
Yeah, 2 days in a row. Look, all I'm saying, I got my rewards from using the Universal Visa rewards card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, kids, go out and get a Universal Rewards Visa card. All I'm saying is every Minion tot you buy, you get 10% back. But I get points on it. And I was like, oh, I finally have enough points. And I cashed it in for like a $200 gift card. And the first thing I did is use it for an Epic Universe ticket. I was like, it's free.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't really want another credit card, but I've been debating getting one just for the theme park. Anything I buy in the theme park.
They just opened the lounge.
I know.
Speaking of, at Epic Universe, the Visa card members lounge, right where that Jupiter Club sign is. I want to go in there, and now I can.
Yeah.
It's like rope drop a ride. No, I'm going to go sit in a lounge and drink a tiny free water and eat baked Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, maybe I'll get that and start like completely laid off another card I haven't finished paying that one off. It just seems it'd be easy to have a card that's just for the parks that I can just track all of the spending in one spot just for parks. Is what I've been thinking. It's got
some good perks. And if you only use it for universal purchases, like I put my FlexPay on it, so at least that's covered.
Well, I like that. That's a good idea. And then you get points for that too, right?
Right, I get points for that.
Are we selling this credit card right now while I'm asking questions?
Look, it's not the best credit card in the world. It has a $99 annual fee.
Oh, that sucks.
And they have a free one, but it has absolutely no perks. So what's the point of even getting it?
Yeah.
It's just a boring credit card.
Yeah.
You can't even go in the lounge with the free one. So what's the point? I know.
That should be the bare minimum you get if it says Universal on it.
I'm sorry, but those tiny half-size water bottles only go to the people who spend in the big $99. But I got enough rewards that because I got like $200 in rewards over the last year and I barely even used it. I figure, okay, I can pay the $100. So guess that Epic Universe ticket wasn't free. I had to half pay for it.
You paid, well, sort of.
I quarter paid for it.
You'll probably earn it back within the year, though.
I'm gonna spend so much at Pizza Moon on this credit card that I'm gonna get enough points to pay my double fee annual pass with it.
I mean, you really got me thinking about it now, and I don't need another credit card, but it
This
might
is a
be
weird
worth it.
commercial. I hate credit cards. Credit cards are evil.
I don't like
Don't
them
listen to
either.
me.
I don't like them either, but okay. Anyway, we should move on because I
I
feel
just
like
want
we're
to go in the
selling a credit
lounge.
card. You don't even get money for talking about this card. Anyway.
No. So
okay.
So I the hope is maybe they're testing this because they're gonna let in pass holders, but there could be 1,000 other reasons why they're testing it.
For sure. I mean, they'll have plenty of, well, it'll get plenty of use. They'll have plenty of options to bring that thing out for. Like we were talking about parties where you could just get one in Portal or.
Well, they are doing a TEA event, a themed entertainment event next week.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks from now, and I noticed it only takes place in Dark Universe and Potter.
Hey, get out of my land.
I know. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I wonder if they're going to use the like facial recognition thing for this. And that's what they've been testing ahead of. And this will be their first corporate event test because it's like a buyout, a park buyout, but it's only for like half the park. So they're going to leave Celestial Park open or something? It's like, no, the whole park closes at 7. The event starts at 7:30. I think it's just an old school version of doing it.
Yeah.
Also, can you imagine being on a Friday at Epic Universe and having to get kicked out at 7 p.m.?
That's horrible. And also, but on the flip side, if you have a private party, having to go through Celestial Park with all the people there instead of just having fun by yourself in the park.
Yeah, it would be different if it was renting out one of the worlds, but to rent out 2 and crossing back and forth, I can see that being an issue. Yeah. Also, I noticed Super Nintendo World not available for corporate buyouts.
It's probably too popular. It would probably never be open at that point.
I think it's a licensing issue. I think Nintendo's not allowing it. That's a good point too. Because the other 3 are fine, even Potter, but not that one. Even Celestial Park is listed separately as its own world.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad place to rent out on a nice day.
Yeah, rent out the whole Celestial Park.
I'd be happy with that.
They're going to have buffets in each of the 2 worlds. Free food all night. I mean, you have to spend $189 for a ticket and be a member. But
how long before Orlando Informer shows up there?
As soon as they let them, I hope. That's what I'm guessing. They're building that building so that we can have special events in there. It's got a ballroom and it's got a catering kitchen. That place is ready made for an after hours event.
Let's go. Yes, ma'am.
I think
I drank that mead way too fast. Hi.
I drank my caffeine way too fast. I think I don't know what I think, because I also think the open hub idea still has merit and it still could happen after hours.
Listen.
Yeah.
I have to say something about this open hub. I think that an open hub would make money strictly off Pizza Moon alone.
Right.
And I do think that
Universal still wouldn't help Atlantic.
I know, not at all. I still think Universal should be marketing Pizza Moon and making those pizza for hotel guests and sending it as like offering a delivery service, because I think everyone would buy that thing.
They would need like 4 more kitchens, like ovens in there.
But you know how much money they would make off of that?
I think they could duplicate it in a not in a show kitchen, but backstage.
They could definitely duplicate it backstage. They could probably duplicate it in the hotels and make it taste the same.
But they would make a ton of money. The pricing would be different because the hotel pizza is like $5 cheaper because they don't use they use frozen ingredients for that one.
You can offer it as Pizza Moon and do the boxes and everything.
They have the boxes. If it's open hub, we just walk in, grab our box of pizza and leave.
I'm saying that alone would probably make it be.
What they need is a pickup window. And maybe they'll open the pickup window over at Meteor Burger if they actually had open hub and there was enough people to necessitate it again, because they closed that early.
They could do a pickup window at the new building they're building too.
Oh, I think it's a solution in search of a problem, and the problem has presented itself. There's too much dining and not enough rides.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just not enough attractions. There's not enough attractions that don't close during the rain.
Well, that too.
Well, lightning storm, I should say.
Like you have so many restaurants that they're closing several of them like at 5 or 6 p.m. because there's too many open and people could go home. A lot of people leave that park. Like half of the park leaves at 5 p.m. It's really weird. It gets quiet in some parts of the park.
It's a lot. That park is a lot, especially with the steps. It's
they're all the tuckered out from steps.
It's Steps the park. Steps the theme park. To be fair though, I mean the food there in general is really good food, even in Celestial Park. Like I've had Oak and Star like for breakfast and dinner now.
I missed Oak and Star.
I've had obviously Burning Blade, and we've been to Cafe Serene a bunch of times, and
it's all
we
good.
yeah, I mean it's all good. It's better than decent, all of it. So everything we've had, except for I have not really had anything in the Dust Steakhouse, and I have not heard good things, which makes me sad. But I have not eaten there really.
It's
Nintendo,
fine.
according
It's
to
just
Cass, Nintendo is not good. Toad,
Nintendo's got cute food.
cute.
The desserts are pretty good.
Will it upset your stomach? Maybe.
Maybe. Just don't get the garlic knots. They look like garlic knots, but they taste like bad cornbread. We might have just got a bad batch. It's not their fault.
Maybe.
It's not Chef Toad's fault.
I heard about
they're
those
being
a lot.
chased by bullet bills half the time anyway. I feel bad for them.
They have to cook while they're being chased. It's really rough.
It's terrible.
Anyway.
But here's the thing. You weigh your options.
Yep.
What's the better solution? Letting in all pass holders, which now will eat in all the restaurants probably more than they will ride rides, because pass holders are more discerning and won't wait 4 hours in line.
Yep.
So we will go and enjoy the shows and the ambiance and chill at Pizza Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you do the open hub and hope the general public shows up, maybe locals show up to dine, but then you limit yourself to only restaurants within the hub and not the restaurants within the worlds. And Le Gobelin Noir never gets any business and goes out of business because it's like, unlike Cafe Serene, no one goes back there. And if you do open hub, you still don't fix that problem. Dust Steakhouse still closes at 5 p.m. Doesn't fix that problem. But if you open up to pass holders, the lines will get longer.
I will say
Ministry
this.
and Minecart. And I was going to say Monsters Unchained, but it's not like that matters if it gets longer.
Nope. Nobody would notice if it got longer. It would just keep eating people.
Keep eating people.
So there are times when, as a pass holder and as a local, I just go to the parks and I don't even go on a ride. Sometimes I'll just stop somewhere and have a drink and just wander through New York City or something. So I will say, if Epic was open to me as a pass holder, there's a high likelihood that I would be more tempted to try like the Atlantic, because I'm not going to have tourists with me that don't want to sit down at the Atlantic because they just want to go.
Right. They don't have time to sit for an hour.
So there is a high likelihood that I would try the other places I want to try, but I'm tied to other people and their plans and desires. And I would happily spend money. And even though I don't like seafood, I do want to eat at the Atlantic. I want to eat at the Blue Dragon. I want to eat it at the Goblet, or however you say it.
That schnitzel is off the chain.
I love the vibe in that place. I think that restaurant is ridiculously overlooked. It's so cool in there. I really like the vibe in that place. But you can only pick so many.
You can only eat so many meals in one day, and
I can only talk tourists into so many things.
Right. Most tourists are in Toadstool Cafe, so that has a long line out the door. Meanwhile, people just wander on by this dark alley restaurant and no one's sitting in it ever.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, when my friends come, it's hard to be like, look, we need to try this. I need to eat here. I've seen the food. It looks good. But they're like, nope, I need the mac and cheese cone, or I need this. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing that. So,
I have eaten at every single restaurant.
Yeah, I know you have.
The only place I haven't eaten is Terra Luna.
Yeah,
I have to go across. I've even eaten at Stella Nova, but I've not eaten in both. I've eaten every single restaurant at all. Yeah, I've eaten at all three at Helios, because I've eaten at the outside one too.
Yeah,
shockingly good chicken sandwich.
The food upstairs is nice at the bar. It's just so expensive, but it's so good.
I mean, Flora Taverna is a little expensive too, but it's so good.
Like the Helios bar food is really good. Those
I need to go back to Helios.
So
at least I can go there without going into Epic Universe.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
I'm meeting Seth, and Seth's like, do you want to get a reservation at Flora Taverna? I was like, no, we're going to Epic Universe. I'm going to eat in Epic Universe. I can go to Flora without going to Epic Universe. If I'm going to eat there, I'm going to pay the free valet $50 worth of food.
I still need Seth to sign my book. It's like the never-ending hunt for Seth.
I guess I could carry it around. Maybe I'll get a locker and I'll get your book signed.
Maybe. That's kind of a pain.
Do you have this year's copy?
No, I still have the first one that you're an author that you signed. That's the one I need signed. I don't have this year's copy. You didn't see me one yet, so I got to go buy one.
I have one. Maybe I'll get it signed for you and give you a new one. And
I need the other one.
You'll still have to get the old one signed.
I still have to get the old one signed, because that is the first time my podcast wife was credited as an author in a book that I know of. So
I mean, but by the time I go to Epic, we're already almost halfway through this year. I know,
it's crazy.
Writing the next year's book. That's why we're going. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's insanity.
Where did this year go? Yeah, maybe this will be outdated by the time we post it. I feel like with all the testing ramping up, because now they've tested in 3 out of 4 portals,
Yep.
Something's going to give fast because they're not testing the technology. They're testing throughput. They're testing. That's why there's so many team members blocking the way because they have to be ready to tackle you like a football game. If you try to go through, because they're not detecting people that are allowed. They're detecting people that aren't allowed.
That means it ruins my exit entry strategy into Nintendo, so I don't have to deal with the upstairs people.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to put actual security guards in those little booths and guard the exit and make sure no one goes in the exit.
But I want the exit entrance because I don't want to go through Nintendo upstairs. I just want to go to Donkey Kong. I don't care about Mario Kart.
You don't like
personally.
going all the way upstairs just to walk downstairs?
Yeah, send me nicely upstairs on an escalator and then send me down bunches of stairs to get back to where I wanted to go in the first place.
Echoing loud Nintendo music and screaming children.
Yeah, the children and humans running by me bother me the most. It's just because it's like so tight up there on that second level. But it's just me. That's my.
Remember when I thought that would be my favorite world?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now I don't even go in it.
If I don't have to, I don't go in it.
Oh, it's a shame. It's so pretty, though.
It is. It is amazingly well done. It's just so overwhelming. I can only take so much time.
Spend all my time in Darkmoor, and it's so tiny, but it doesn't matter.
Darkmoor is beautiful.
I've spent a lot of time in Celestial Park, too.
Paris is beautiful. Celestial Park is beautiful. And How to Train Your Dragon is just... I thought that land was going to be cool, but actually walking in that land is just amazing. It's just so well done in there.
I don't know. It kind of breaks immersion, but have you heard, were you in Dragons when they do the full land announcement that a show is starting?
No, I've not been. I don't like that.
Like, attention Vikings. I don't know what they actually say. I'm assuming it. Attention Vikings. The Untrainable Dragon live stage show is about to start in 10 minutes. Make your way to the back of the blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know what they actually say. I'm just, if I guess that right, leave a comment below if I guess that right.
Listen, I don't like shows, but I think everybody should see that show once.
Well, it interrupts the music background. That's the problem.
If only for the Hiccup and Toothless reveal in that show. It's really cool. I like seeing that live. Yeah, don't ruin my music.
It's only for 10, 20, 30 seconds. Every single showtime.
We did discuss that I got speed dated by Tough Nut and Rough Nut, right?
What?
I was sitting in Mead Hall with two other people, and we just happened to be in a row of tables with our backs to the wall, sitting at bench, like at the tables. And Rough Nut and Tough Nut walked by, and they looked at us, and they go, "Oh, I get it, speed dating." And they proceeded to rotate between the three of us and talk to us like they were speed dating.
Nice.
It was great. It was a really cool interaction. And I don't like talking to people that much, but they were funny. Remember
when we went opening day and there was no one there?
That was amazing.
Every day should be that day.
Every day should be that day. That was an amazing day for many reasons.
Everyone was dressed so nice.
And
everyone was in a good mood.
I made a nice little speech on that episode of the show.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone watched that vlog, but y'all need to go back and watch that opening day vlog. It was very sweet. You're a very sweet person.
No, don't tell people that. You're gonna ruin my image.
So they're testing fireworks.
Uh-huh.
They're testing the secondary fireworks. I've done 1,000 updates on that launch pad behind the park, and I kept saying, and eventually they'll install the secondary fireworks launch pads. Well, they installed them. They're installed.
That's cool. I mean, what did they do? It's going to sound like a really dumb question, but just to be more specific for everybody that's listening, I was there on the 4th of July when the park literally was like enveloped by fireworks is what it felt like.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
They put them in the empty plots for expansion a little bit further.
Uh-huh.
Like toward the middle of the sides of the park. Mm-hmm. Now they're further back. So if you're standing at the fountain, you can see them better to your left and right. Whereas when you did it for the other shows, you kind of had to turn your head full to the left and right.
Well, I'm going to be selfish here and say that I was riding Hiccups, like I think I talked about before, yeah. And that was amazing.
Yes, because you probably saw ones right in front of you over like just to the right of Nintendo and right literally next to you in the expansion plot behind Stardust Racers.
Yep. Next to us, over us, all around us.
Yeah.
It was an incredible...
Oh, they had some mounted on buildings too. There was more than they ever do.
That makes sense.
They had ones mounted by like Constellation Carousel for that, I think.
If anybody else happened to be on that coaster that day at the same time, like that was just incredible. It was a really cool
ride. Secondary launches were wider, like maybe 2 or 4 times as wide as the ones they ended up putting in now. These
That's
ones
still
for
pretty
these are
good,
more for
though.
daily use.
Yeah.
These are pretty similar to what's on top of Hogwarts Castle for the castle shows. They're
That's
the
pretty cool,
launchers,
though.
but
I mean,
they do have some full on rockets that come out too.
I mean, they can't do the holiday. That's a lot of money to do the holiday kind of like fireworks there all the time. I mean, I've been at Epcot on New Year's night before, and that is basically sunlight by the time they're done at
these
the
are just the
finale.
secondary ones, though.
Yeah,
They still
yeah,
have the
yeah.
launch pad behind Helios, which has the full size fireworks.
Yep.
It's just the secondary ones are more like, just for peripheral, like, look, some sparkles, look, some blasts.
I think it's perfect. I think it's cool. It's a really cool thing to do for like a nightly show.
Yeah, well, if they ever announce a nightly show.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alicia from the future?
A good point.
No? Okay.
That's a good point.
We'd have to do shows like this. It's the only way to get announcements. Last time that's how we got the work walls up at Lost Continent.
That's true.
I kept saying we were going to interrupt with Alicia from the future, and I never did. And then the next day after the podcast went up, of course, the work walls went up.
I'm just going to knock on wood because so far for a few years now, we've been pretty good at lucking out with this kind of stuff. And like we say it and it tends to happen. So
what do you think? The day after this comes out, they're going to be like, new information for pass holder eligibility for upgrades for Epic Universe beginning in blah, blah, blah. And they're going to give us like a date.
You could release this a week late and then it'll still be the day after. That's what I think.
It will change the future.
That's what I think. It could be a week. You could wait and edit this and hold it for a week and it'll still be the day after you release it just because they want to mess with you. That's pretty much the truth. They just
What do you think? May 22nd?
Yeah, that seems good.
They've made no announcements for the first year anniversary.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
That would be a great announcement.
It would be a nice announcement.
They'd be
a
like,
good way to celebrate the first year.
Beginning May 22nd, Celestial Goodnight Fireworks Spectacular, and Annual Pass eligibility begins.
I like it.
And more. Hold on, we need more. And new dining. Oh, an announcement. New
attractions.
Celestial Holidays celebration. Beginning in November, we'll have a special open to the public Celestial Park holiday event. There'll be live entertainment, meet Celestial Santa Claus, Earl the Squirrel, and for the first time ever, Captain Cacao.
Wait a minute. Now I want Celestial Santa.
Hold on. By me saying all this, they're going to cancel it. They're going to be like, she figured it out. Hold on, wait. It's open to the public after 6 p.m. on select event days only. There will be food booths and hot cocoa booths and live entertainment and a special version of Celestial Goodnight with Christmas music available to the public.
And warm apple cider, because that's what I want more than cocoa.
Okay, warm apple cider. And then if you go into the worlds, they have more holiday offerings, but Celestial Park is free to everyone.
But I was going to say, but you have to have a ticket for those.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I just want Celestial Santa now, and I want to take the baby to see Celestial Santa now.
So everyone who's poo-pooing the idea of Open Hub, you can imagine a world where it is literally just specific instances and not all the time, not all day, not even after 6 on all days, but maybe they do it for a special, like get some butts in here at a special time of year or something.
Can you imagine the reservations that would happen if they were like, it's open for just the public in Celestial Park for people that are like, especially locals that want to go to the Atlantic and stuff like that and just roam around for a little while?
Yeah. And if they turn into like
money they would make?
If they turn them into like food festivals, if it becomes its own.
No, we don't need more.
Yes, more.
No.
They already tried it with Mardi Gras and to some success. So I think if they did some kind of holiday offering or special events and they used it as a way to sell food or special offerings at the restaurants, yeah. And meet and greets.
We need some AP special foods in Epic.
We talked about it last time. That's a good one. We talked about it last time where I made jokes that we should have, like, they should use that empty space for 3 different meet and greets. Like the next day, a trademark was filed for Major Lolly, Captain Cacao's sugar slider friend.
That's what I want. I want Major Lolly.
Which, by the way, I was reading the official blog post again for my video. Yeah. And it doesn't say sugar glider. It says sugar slider.
Oh.
Did we all misread it and think it's a little animal that it looks adorable?
Listen, they changed the annual pass date on us by changing one number and didn't say anything, and we only found it because I looked and I was like, is that different?
Oh
And
yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
The
went and looking.
2025 to
Yeah.
2026.
And then we went looking for your screenshots to find it.
Yeah, so maybe they changed it. No, I have a screen. This is my screenshot. They might have updated. Maybe it was a typo. I gotta look it up. But my
Maybe
screenshot from when they posted it in
sugar slider.
June of 2025. It says sugar slider, not
Maybe
sugar
it's
glider.
so they can trademark it.
Maybe, but they haven't yet. They've only just now trademarked Major Lolly. 10 months later after they announced it.
Well, I mean, as far as we know, they don't even have names for all the initials, truly, do they?
That is the last initial, yeah.
Is it the last one?
Yeah, because Maya of the Skies, Captain Cacao, and ML is Major Lolly. Which, by the way, I think is a play on, like, they sell giant lollipops. It's a Major Lolly.
It's a Major Lolly.
Yeah. Captain Cacao, Major Lolly. They're all different members of the military.
They're all different members of candy.
Yes, and they're all different. Yes, exactly. They're different candies.
Military candy? Okay, this is getting weird now.
But the description of the trademark says it could be for character meet and greets. It
also
says like stage shows and all kinds of thousand other things, but it says namely character meet and greets.
Listen, I can fully see a sugar slider shoulder thing.
If it really is a sugar
Major
glider,
Lolly.
It would be actual size.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Another one of those shoulder things.
Oh, can you imagine a Captain Cacao meet and greet and a Major Lolly actual size small puppet?
Oh,
that like sits on his shoulder and is puppeteered by like a remote control thing far away.
Can I just have a sugar glider? Thanks.
I did have a sugar glider at one point.
I would like one, thanks.
They're very cute and they fly across the room and sit on your shoulder like a little parrot.
Yeah, I like animals. Anyway, yeah, I think it's kind of cool that they would do that. I mean, they should use that space for something. It would still get people out of the park for a little bit.
We'll see. I mean, whether the event space or the empty space or just the canopies, they have a lot of space across from the candy store. They could put a meet and greet because there's this little bench, this round bench area that I like to sit at and no one sits at. It's very big over there. You can totally put a little queue.
I sat over there before. I think that's fair. I would be down with that. I just, even though I don't really care about meeting characters much, like I think it'd be a cool thing to have. For
it really adds some, because we lost all of the members we lost the Celestians. We lost the members of the community of Celestial Park. Before it even opened, they got rid of all the in-park entertainment for the center of the area, and they really need to populate it. And if that's the way we populate it, with Maya of the Skies, Vincent Various, Major Lolly, and Captain Cacao, then so be it.
Yeah, I would really like them to take the bands they have in Celestial Park and have them redo like something to make at least it's a little more fitting. I don't think the bands are bad. I think it's weird to walk through Celestial Park and hear like cover songs.
Right. It should tie it to the worlds a little bit better.
It's weird. It always snaps me out of it. I'm like, hey, I know that song, but it doesn't match the music I hear in the land. Right. So it's weird.
Yeah. Imagine Dragons? Really? In Celestial Park? I guess the portals go anywhere.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, I got 2 more things.
Okay.
3 more things.
Oh, man. Okay.
4 more and we're done.
Is this like 5 minutes? Okay, go ahead.
Single ride express passes, Universal Express Now.
Oh, okay.
I only bring this up because it kind of went under the radar and it exists. And I'm excited to try it when I go to Epic Universe. Like, oh, sure, I'll spend $19.99 to ride Yoshi once for science because I want to see how it works. Do it through the app, take some screenshots, and then I can write about it in the unofficial guide because I need to know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't care that much about skipping a 40-minute wait to Yoshi's Adventure, but for science, I have to test it.
Obviously,
I have my credit card connected to it, so I'll earn points. What I'm interested in, though, is whether or not this technology can be used to buy a la carte rides if they do open up the hub.
Wait, that'd be interesting.
If you're opening up the app and buying a ticket to skip the line,
I'm thinking
at Stardust Racers, all they have to do is change the little bit of the wording and say like skip the line or enter the ride if you even without a ticket. Like you can just put like this option is available even for people visiting Celestial Park without a ticket.
So I could see that for Celestial Park. It would be a difficult thing to do if you have to wander through a land. But
no, I just meant for the 2 rides. So like you're in Celestial Park for your Celestial Winter seasonal event, and you're with the kids, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna spend $19.99 to buy everyone a carousel ticket because they have special Christmas music on the carousel this time of year, and You just go and buy the same ticket, and it has a little clause that like it lets you in even though you don't have a theme park ticket. And we're right back to where they originally wanted to do with Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, where they sell tickets to City Walk and you go on the ride even after the park closes. But they never actually did it.
No,
now
but
with technology, they could implement it because they have the scanners at the entrance to the ride.
Technology and placement of the ride.
Yeah.
Much better than the City Walk placement for Rip Ride Rocket.
Right, because the entrance to the ride is accessible to a theoretically open area after 6 p.m. during a winter event, theoretically, in this scenario. And then you just spend the $24.99 and you go on Stardust Racers once instead of having to spend $189 to go into the park.
We really need sorry, this is completely left field because we're talking about Stardust Racers, and I was thinking about the music and how it's actually playing again, but also I need a playlist for all of the things in Celestial Park, including the rides, please. Thank you.
All the music?
All the music.
The soundtrack's supposed to come. That's what'll come out May 22nd. The Celestial Park soundtrack. They told us it was going to come out this year, and I haven't heard a word about it yet.
The park, the Stardust Racers, and the carousel music, please. Thank you.
Search on YouTube. Someone posted like a good 20-something minutes of one of the background loops. And it's just called like Epic Universe Main Theme. And it's like just, I think, an induction recording of one of the speakers. So you get to hear variations of one of the 3 songs that's on the little EP they released.
Well, the cool thing I want to hear too is that I hear when you get closer to the different portals, it's the same song songs that change slightly to match the portals.
Which is why I thought the one in front of Nintendo was just Nintendo, but it's a Celestial Park Nintendoized.
Yeah, Nintendoized. It's 8-bit. Or 16-bit, or however they want to call it.
32-bit.
32-bit.
They cut the difference.
I want that music. I mean, they did it for Danny Elfman's music.
Yeah, well, that one came out pretty early on. So anyway. I think it's possible, and they're charging $24.99 for Mario Kart and Hiccup's Wing Gliders right now.
As they should.
They could easily charge $29.99 for one-time Stardust Racers ticket.
For sure.
And you're skipping the line. So it's double worth it if you're an open hub visitor.
They could even charge like $10 or $15 just to do a regular line, and people would still probably buy it.
Yeah, but then there's too many options. I feel like they would just make it the same ticket.
I'm just kind of making a point. I'm not saying they should or would. I'm just saying they could that could easily be done, like as far as like money making.
If it's that cheap as a pass holder, I would go to Open Hub, eat my Pizza Moon, and spend $15 to ride one ride.
Of course, yes.
But I have to wait in line.
Yeah, that's fine. Be trying to digest food anyway, so it'd be fine. I miss Epic. I want to go back sooner than I'm going back.
Yeah, I think as we get closer to the grand opening date, I'm becoming nostalgic for it. I've been not enough that seeing all the I was going through all my old photos and video and looking at B-roll and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I miss that. Oh, I miss that background music loop. Oh.
Every time I have a ticket and I'm about to go, I start getting like nostalgic and kind of like that sad, excited, like simultaneous thing where I'm like, I just want to be there already.
Hopium.
Yeah, hopium. All right, you got 2 more things you said?
Yes, one was we were talking on the Patreon only Discord. Remember, go to patreon.com/themeparkstop and then connect it to your Discord, and there a secret channel will open up where you can talk to us.
I don't post a lot, but I do read a lot.
And we were talking about theories for what the Monsters Ride expansion will be. And our new theory is, and they have lots of reasoning. And I don't understand. We were talking about it as I'm trying to post the article, so I wasn't paying attention, but something about comic book covers and whatever. And then I pointed out, well, actually, that's the most merch they sell, right? Yes, it is. The Bride is the most merch they sell at Dark Universe, and maybe out of all the monsters in general, everywhere. And we do have that meet and greet character. So I think last episode we were talking about what they should base it on. And I think the Bride indoor roller coaster like attraction is the leading theory.
You know what? We overlooked her, and I feel bad about that because we were talking about the monsters that are not represented on the ride, and the Bride is not on the ride. But she is a meet and greet, which is still more than Jekyll and Hyde.
And she has a design, and she has a backstory.
She does.
She's incorporated well into the Darkmoor legend.
I'm a little disappointed in myself because I like the Bride too, and that's kind of a cool idea.
I think we had talked about Invisible Man. We talked about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think the Bride makes the most sense besides the creature, let me address that. Besides the creature from the Black Lagoon, which was the initial rumor for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like it's been going on forever.
I still would like to see something with Jekyll and Hyde because it's an interesting character, but I do.
But he ain't moving no merch.
No, and I don't mind the Bride at all. I like the Bride. I mean, to be fair too, it's pretty much. It's what there's like 2 female characters in that entire land, basically. So
I mean, I had to invent one.
Yeah. So I mean, and the Bride is a really cool character. So I would not be.
Do you think that would cause complaints from people? To be like 2 out of 3 rides are women based? No, thank you. What is this Disney Fantasyland with princesses?
I mean, technically, the only character you actually see that's human on the werewolf is a statue of a woman.
Oh no! It's all 3 rides. It's all 3 rides.
I mean, the walk around characters are mostly dudes. So, or the meet and greets. I think the Bride would be interesting, and it would kind of be cool if they could tie it into like the mansion somehow too. I don't think I would be mad at that at all. And if people are mad at that, it's because they're, I don't know, insecure. I don't know your reasoning.
I'm just kidding. I don't think anyone's going to care.
You'd be surprised.
I think people pretended to care about Victoria Frankenstein, but then when they actually rode the ride, they're like, no, this is cool.
Yeah, Victoria's cool. I would like to see her walk around. Remember the opening day, the woman that was playing that character? She was awesome.
She needs to be full-time. She is Victoria Frankenstein, and we will all bow down to the name Frankenstein.
Yes, we will.
Dang, I really missed that ride.
It's such a good dark ride.
The only last thing I want to talk about, and we only have a couple of minutes because I got to go make dinner, but... I
was going to say, you got to be a mom.
Yes. It's time to be mom. The West Parcel, since we talked last, the thing, just a little bit to the left of Epic Universe, right behind iDrive, Orlando Business Journal did a great story and got several interviews and an official comment. And the official comment from Universal was, the work recently conducted on our property along Universal Boulevard was part of land maintenance and nothing more.
I don't believe you.
But then they got 3 different comments from interviews with experts, a theme park industry expert and 2 developers for iDrive. And they all said the exact same thing. They think that Universal is planning on building a City Walk-like complex with a transit hub.
Yay, isn't that what we talked about?
Yeah, that's like what we landed on, literally what we landed on. And I do question, because it came out after our podcast, did all 3 of these people just hear the podcast?
I don't think they all listen to the podcast.
Did they all come up with the same thing because we did?
I think we, and namely you, are just really smart, and the thing makes sense. I mean, why would they just like, we got this land, we're just going to make it flat now.
Literally, the article says the exact same thing, that like one of the persons, I don't have it in front of me, one of the persons quoted says like, well, I heard it could be like an entertainment complex, but I also know that the Shingle Creek district is working on a transit system, so maybe it's both because it's centrally located. And I'm like, that's just what we said. That's exactly what we said.
Is this person a patron?
Maybe.
Is there somebody on Patreon? Should we be thanking you for listening to us?
Thanks for if you're listening, all 3 people who commented, thank you for perpetuating our theories. No, the first person though said it was a rumor, and I was like, oh, that's more substantiated than just guessing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still what makes the most sense. I mean, if there's gonna be transportation, you're not gonna just like clear land and put like just a stop there. That'd be weird.
They're putting so much sand on top of it.
I know. That's what they do when they build stuff. I don't know who they think they're fooling, okay? They tried with the churro stand, which was obviously a joke,
but that one's cute. This one's just like, we're just doing regular maintenance. Like, if you're doing regular maintenance, mow the grass. You don't put on 10 feet of dirt.
Yeah, we don't believe you for a second. At least I don't. I won't speak for you, but I don't believe Universal for a second. They're doing something.
The permit says they're preparing it for building something. The permit says that.
They're preparing to build something on there in about 20 years. No,
it does say in the future. I'll grant them that. It does say in the future. And that in the future could be, 100 years from now. So
Or they could start doing infrastructure next year.
Right. Right. They're only working on 35 out of the 87 acres. So when they're done with this 35, we'll see what new permits get posted for the rest of the remaining parcel. And if nothing happens, maybe it will just sit for 5 years or whatever. But in those 5 years, they will eventually build a city walk-like area with a transit hub.
I will say this, though. They should just do it because they're probably losing money. They could compete easily with Icon Park right there. And there's hotels that could have people that could just walk across the street, basically.
Yeah, but we're still waiting on
because Cass
the
and
Musk
Dave's,
Tunnels plan. So they might be held up on that.
Cass and Dave literally stayed at one of those hotels like right there. So
it is in the heart of the iDrive district.
It is.
Well, it's behind the heart. It's an artery. It's an artery of the iDrive district.
It's a heartery.
Anyway.
Yeah. When is Category 10 coming? I want that restaurant. I want to go in there.
They took away one of the kiosks already.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go tomorrow. The Legacy store reopens. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to go visit it.
I might go Saturday too, actually. I might be going.
Wait, that's something we talked about last episode too. We predicted Five Guys.
Oh, yeah, we did. I forgot that we predicted Five Guys.
We're just talking about like, well, I guess you could replace it with Five Guys. It's the exact same concept. A bunch of toppings, you get a burger and some fries, and that's exactly what they did. What are the chances?
Oh my gosh. How much does Five Guys cost with a theme park tax on top of it?
Let's see. Hold on. What was my second mortgage? All I wanted was a single burger and a little fries. Next thing you know, I'm homeless.
I can't even eat a single burger there. It doesn't fill me up. I need like 2 burgers and fries. It cost me like $30 to go there. I don't even go there anymore.
Unfortunately, the BK Whopper bar was like $6.99, so it's going to be twice as much as it was before.
Man.
But they closed it. It's already closed. Like in the 3 weeks since we did our last podcast, so much has happened. And we didn't even mention the preview center. It was in my notes, but we didn't have time. Yeah, and they literally closed it like right after we put the podcast out. So I should have mentioned it.
It's cool that they're doing that back to the Legacy store, though. That was pretty fun. I like that store.
But anyway, that
they do have a bunch of. They have like a what are those jerseys that Disney sells tons of?
Spirit jerseys?
Yeah, they had those Jaws ones out. On the one of the kiosks. Last time I was there, they had a whole bunch of new Jaws stuff, and I was like, "That's cool."
I like the Miami Vice '80s retro style of the logos and stuff.
Yeah,
it's looking good so far. Okay, leave a comment down below if you're listening to this on YouTube or anything with comments, and tell us: do you think these scanners will be used for just crowd control for Virtual Line Into the Worlds, for Open Hub, for corporate events? All of the above or something else? Leave us your comment. What do you think's going on?
Now you got me thinking about the plot of land and how I would like a permanent HHN thing that has like a best of houses.
I want them to do a mashup Universal Kids Resort and Horror Unleashed in the same building. Where you go in and it's a hub, and in the hub you got Jack the Clown on it, like wandering around, and you got like a Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse, and they're in the hub, and then you decide whether to go left or right.
But
and the kids have to coexist in the same place with the grown-ups.
The houses
are
unmarked. So it's 50-50 if you're getting scary or kids.
I do think an indoor Universal Kids Resort would go hard, though.
Yeah, but I want like a best of HHN, mostly because I want to go through a couple
of houses. They're not
going
to do an HHN thing and distract from actual HHN.
I know, but it's just like the thought of it is so fun.
Oh, also, since we talked, all the cars are like gone out of Supercharged Queue.
Oh, yeah, they're all gone now,
and they closed off the area, and they're already setting up for HHN.
Chances are they're going to be showing up in another queue.
Chance.
Specifically, one car will at least be there. I think that truck is gone forever, though.
Okay. Thank you all for listening.
Oh, yeah. You guys will be
if this was released to the general audience, or thank you, patrons, for being a patron and listening to this retroactively turned into a premium episode. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. They just tolerate me.